everyone go before you start your run so I can match the timer up. All right, have a good run, everyone. We're going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back everyone to the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering Winter 2021. We have here Senydro, who's going to be running Tomb Raider Legend, any percent no bug jump. Senydro, good luck, take it away.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Senydro, and with me I have today...
Kaito. Hi everyone, I'm here for commentaries apparently.
Yes. Right at the start, Kefir will explain a lot of strats that I do really quickly back to back, just so I can focus on doing it properly, because it's kind of iffy at times. And yeah, with that I'm pretty much ready to go. I can load up the cutscene, and whenever I press this button right here, the time will start. So the time will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
For certain artifacts.
Okay, so immediately he is starting off by doing something that's called an airwalk. It's a pretty specific thing where you make sure you get a certain stumble animation, pull out your guns, and therefore for some reason you can now levitate. Important is that you keep on moving. As soon as you stow your guns or you stop moving, you fall and generally you die. Right after that, he's going so fast I cannot even keep up. But right after that, you saw him do a quick left roll. For some reason, while still in airwalk and you roll left upon a certain angle, you can clip up the hill. It is very insane to see. It is sometimes very tricky to get. It is something that is common in every Tomb Raider game that is built in this engine, so to say. As you may see, he cannot change his elevation manually, so he has to use collision in-game in order to do that. So you can see him walking up and down hills or doors, walls, that kind of stuff to just change his height. Also, for some reason, backflipping allows you to very easily just ignore collision, so walls are an option as long as you backflip.
Most of them, yes.
Most often of the time, yeah. Funnily enough, this game is much more inbound than its newer sister game Anniversary is, even though this would suggest otherwise, but trust me. So he just skipped a fairly annoying QuickTime event. This game is full of QuickTime events, and by going out of bounds and around, he just managed to completely skip it.
With patience and persistence.
And now I can take over again, so we're gonna start another airwalk right here. And as Kefir said, like walls are not existent, that's why we can just... Oops, if I can hit it. We need the perfect height for this one. If I just back roll against this little thing right here, we can go out of bounds. And right here I need to trigger the next area. Oh, usually I do it faster. By clipping inbound a little bit and going back out instantly. So we load the next area, and we also skipped like a QuickTime event right there.
Funnily enough, loading in the area is not bound to Lara's actual position, but the position of the guns. So if you just poke the guns slightly into the level, it loads.
Yep. And with that, we are up to the first RNG-ish moment of the game, which this game is full of. Like, there are 4 or 5 RNG moments. Because these guys right here behave really weird at times, and we need to kill them as fast as possible, obviously. I hope there will be not a glitch activated right now. Okay, never mind. So that can happen. It's like a weird loading error of the beginning of the level. That only appears if you like speedrun it. I don't think casually you see that.
I don't think I've ever seen it casually, no.
Yeah. And with that, we are already up to Peru, which is a wonderful level besides one specific thing. Okay.
I mean, what wonderful. Yesterday you told me this was your most disliked level.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but I mean, the setting is kind of cool.
Yeah. So you saw him there do a quick left roll again to get up on the roof, and immediately followed by an airwalk, which allows him to skip most of the level. Like you see, damage can also get you out of an airwalk.
Yes. Like, sometimes they can shoot you out of an airwalk. But it's fine. I just killed the other guy than the guy I would usually kill, because we need one grenade for later on, which Kefir will also explain when it's time.
Yeah.
But for now we have the infamous bike parts of the game, which is complete RNG. There is pretty much nothing you can do about it. There are some small things, which I will display hopefully right in the beginning here, that you can do. As soon as the first guy arrives, but we just drive along this way in the middle of nowhere, and there will be guys spawning and we need to kill them as fast as possible, but Laura's aim isn't really the best. Let's just put it this way, and that's what makes it very RNG heavy. Like here, for example, he lived way too long, so I can't do my skip. Usually I drive like this, and then two guys who would spawn behind me instantly die, because one of them drives into the medipack and dies, and the other one drives into the back of my bike and dies. Oh god. And yeah, that's like already one of the RNG parts, as you see. Like, just Lara hitting her bullets is just a pain in the butt sometimes.
But honestly, aside from that RNG, bike segments are not really ripped in gameplay, so...
No. It's like really straightforward. Technically, like, I could do this blindfolded if I, like, would know that the guys would die instantly, right? But since that's not an option just yet, some of my viewers might know what I mean by that. Yeah, we just have to do it like manually, and it's...
One thing making these parts better is the music, though.
Yeah, the music is great. You cannot argue with that. The music is top notch. The other thing that's like RNG-ish is sometimes they drive into each other and die, which really rarely occurs. The other thing are barrels, so right after this bridge, for example, most of the times, like 80%-ish, there's an explosive barrel, and with that very explosive barrel, let's hope that I get it. Should spawn right here. Yes, okay, great. With this barrel right here, you can get like 3 guys instantly, and that also like not always spawns, but like most of the time actually.
The one guy died so fast that his model forgot to update, so he was just stuck in his bike position without a bike.
It's because this game is great. It loads everything perfectly. And oh my god, okay. That's another thing. Okay, so since everyone who dies is literally ragdolling, like they can fall everywhere, and if I drive into their bike, either that what just happened can happen, or I just instantly die, which means I get set way back and need to do everything again. And that obviously loses like a lot of time.
Just don't drive over bodies.
Yeah. Well, the bodies are fine, it's just the motorbikes of the guys.
Yeah.
And with that we are thankfully already done with this bike segment right here. I just need to kill those 2 guys. Hopefully fastish. Yeah, not really, but it's fine. So right now we can skip this cutscene right here. Skip this cutscene right here, and now we're at the past actually. Like in the story it kind of makes sense, but not really in the speedrun.
No, story-wise it's more that like Laura is remembering something, like it's a memory and you just
Yes,
to play it.
you
It's a
literally
bit more interactive than a cutscene, I guess. So.
Oh, Sarah.
Yes. And
Oh,
yes.
yeah. No, go ahead.
What's kind of unique at the flashback, you don't have your guns, which means you cannot really get your airwalk, but you have flares instead, and with the flares you can also start an airwalk, but the flares only last for 3 to 4 seconds, So that can either, like, if you take too long, you will drop your airwalk. But most of the gaps that we actually do in this segment right here are just barely enough so we can cross over them. And also in the back you can see some really creepy guys. Okay, this is a... oh god, okay, backup strat. Nope, okay, I didn't get it. Usually you can do a really sick skip here, where you could skip all the way over to the platform I need to go. Like this one right here. But it's kinda hard at times to deal with the camera that the game gives you. And also right here you encountered the first time the enemy of the game, like the final boss. Oh great, I got this. This is great. We will see him later again, but for now we just don't care really. We just run away.
And we're back in the here and now.
Yes, actually. And all of this, like, we are swimming down to the area where we just were technically, just to find out some story related things that is not really important right now. For the swimming part right here, unfortunately there is no skip just yet. All we can do is like a little damage boost, which you will see coming up right here, where we don't even get any air. Usually you're supposed to get some air because of you need air to survive, obviously. But we just skip that because we don't take any damage really in this game, since we play on easy and you have like med packs all the time basically. So health is not really a thing that bothers you in a speedrun. And maybe we can now go about like a little bit about the story. Like in this game we are collecting Excalibur actually, which is broken into a few pieces, and we are actually getting the first part now.
Similarities are striking.
Another airwalk right here,
It's the same story.
using slopes to gain the height again. And now Careful will take over again, because now the grenade skip I talked about is coming up.
Yeah, it is mostly how normal physics would work, I guess. There is a boulder. I believe you're going to use the one on the top right. As you can see, there's 3 pressure plates in the middle of the room with a statue in the middle. A ball needs to be on every single pressure plate in order to lift the statue up to proceed in the level. But there is 1 ball on the top right statue. So if he very precisely throws a grenade, the explosion of the grenade can push the boulder off, and then you can easily place it onto the pressure plate. Therefore, it saves you the time of having to climb up, push the boulder down, climb down yourself, and push it back in. So you can see him aim very carefully. It is fairly specific. Let's see.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. You could also see him shooting the boulders, because as well, physics, I mean, I'm not sure if you can entirely do that in real life, but it still creates tiny explosions, allowing you to push the boulders more forward.
Yes, which is actually faster than pushing it normally.
Yeah, I believe this is one of the only instances in the game where you really use the grenade in that extent.
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly. I guess you can say that, yes.
Yeah. So as you were saying, in this game you collect Excalibur, which Tomb Raider is very much rooted in real mythology, and for some reason you collect Excalibur because it allows you to open the gates to Valhalla, which I don't know, but it works that way.
Yes. Right here there's also like a new thing that I just started doing. Other runners like already did it beforehand, which is doing the left rollback here, just to not have to grab the ledge right there. And with that we are up to another fight, which is somewhat RNG. Actually this one has like barely any RNG, but you still feel it at times. So this fight is actually kind of okay-ish. So usually you don't lose much time about this fight right here. But I'm one of the guys who actually takes a grenade from this guy just to throw it onto this platform, because there's a guy hiding up there and actually sniping you from behind at times. Okay, unfortunately I didn't get a grenade glitch, so a grenade glitch can happen randomly. We still don't know how it exactly works. And that just, when enemies throw the grenade, they die to it for some reason. We don't quite understand it. Also another left roll bug right here, just to get up here, which we shouldn't be able to get up. Just so we can fight this guy very easily, and then we jump into the void because that's fun.
I'm not sure if you already explained the fall damage cancelling. I think you've done it a few times yet, but we've not really...
I think I've done it once, maybe.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll better leave that to you.
Yeah, so the fall damage cancel, as the name explains, cancels our fall damage. Whenever you jump from a very high place, which we do quite a lot in this game actually, you can stop the fall damage by switching your weapons and then throwing your grapple hook quickly back to back. That resets your fall damage. So how it works exactly, like you fall down, then you do the glitch, and on that spot where you did it, that's where the game calculates your damage from then. So even if you do it like quite high-ish, you will still take a little bit of damage. But usually you just do it very late then to the ground, obviously, so you don't... Or you take as less damage as possible. Preferably, obviously, nothing. And yeah, we used it like, I think, 4 times in the run. One very big fall damage cancel will come up later in Kazakhstan and in Nepal. For now, we're just gonna do another air war.
Likely to be on the top floor. This is going to require
because right here, also like there's a lot of level thingies right to the right of us, and we just skip it by rolling over here. You think you could like already go up on top of the building where we actually need to go, but unfortunately that doesn't work because we need to trigger this area right here for some reason to actually load the next areas. We're just gonna grab this huge TV and then we can jump on top of the TV thing. And now we are outside. We can roll through the door, actually backwards rolling again. Like, just like how you roll through walls. You can roll through the door and that instantly triggers the cutscene on the other side. Here, we're gonna climb the whole outside of the building. So if you have like... If you're scared of height, this game is maybe not something for you. We can skip a little thing by just shooting the platform up on top. And that will actually turn the platform around so we can actually jump on it right away. Okay, sweet. There will be a really cool trick coming up, so usually there's another platform right here, but this one we don't even turn around. We have a line up, and then we can just jump and get an airwalk of the unturned, what is it, advertisement, which skips like quite a few seconds, which is really cool. So, right here there's also a really cool trick on how the game works. So if we shoot this chandelier right here, it will fall down, not only kill the guys for us, or we can take the shotgun, that also makes this guy appear, and he opens the door for us because he's a gentleman. And if you played this game, you probably didn't know, but you can throw grenades against the window, and that will break it for you, so you don't have to kill the huge dragon in the middle. We're just gonna shoot those guys, take their gun and their grenade. Again, roll backwards to the into the trigger, so we trigger this cutscene right here.
So now we're approaching the boss of this level. And he basically has like 1 or 2 voice lines that he keeps on repeating, and it's hilarious.
It's great. Also, as you can see, he has a part of the Excalibur, which we're gonna take from him. Because he's an evil man, and evil men are not supposed to be strong. And just by throwing some grenades at him, he will die very fast like that. Gonna skip the cutscene, and we are off to Ghana, which is...
So that is 2 pieces of Excalibur collected.
Yes! So in Ghana, we also do a really amazing airwalk. So we're gonna start an airwalk on that little stone, gain some height against this wall. And then we're gonna... There's a cutscene trigger right below us, but we're just gonna skip it, that's why we need to hide. And by this amazing view and just rolling over here, we skip 80% of this level. Just gonna drop down on this thingy. And don't even worry, this is normal. It's supposed to be not be loaded. For some reason though, the next area is loaded, and that's where we need to go. So we're just gonna do this in the dark, which is just a stairway down and then 2 pits we need to swing across. And we are in the next area. So right here we're gonna do another airwalk, which will lead us all the way to the end of this level, to the boss of this level as well. And if you do this airwalk like I do a little bit of a different strat than all the other runners, as far as I know. So I'm gonna gain a little bit extra height here, which allows me to also airwalk onto these stairs right here. And then with a little bit of very precise timing and rolling, we can skip this boulder. And we also skipped going onto these stairs right there, which I think is like 4 seconds faster than going around usually. Also, the Rutland fight is also very impressive, because we just wait for him to jump down, and then we just gonna chuck all our grenades at him, and he's dead. So that was another boss fight, really fast. Like, usually you fight them really slowly, but grenades deal a lot of damage at the bosses, so that's like the preferred strat. Here, another very big airwalk, and that's also the time where we're gonna do the fall damage cancel, because as you can see we are very far up. And usually down there are a lot of people, and we would need to kill all of them, but just doing this skips everything. And unfortunately we need to go over here first, because we need to trigger a very specific checkpoint, which is this one right here. And that loads like the next area, or like the next thing that happens in this area, which is another bike segment. Yes, we love it. The best thing we want in this game.
Best part, this one takes even more time.
Yes, it's actually like 3 minutes longer than the other one, if I remember correctly. And that is because this part, like, not only the length of the thing you need to drive is longer, but also there are other enemies which take longer to kill. So we don't only have the guys on the bikes, we also have dudes in the cars.
Guys on the bikes, dudes in the cars.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And the dudes in the car. For them, you cannot just shoot them, you need to be a little bit away, otherwise you would just shoot the frame of the car, and that would obviously not deal any damage. Oh god.
Watch out for the bike.
Yes. Oh, cars are even worse when it comes to the ragdoll. And so yeah, this Kazakhstan bike is like even more annoying than the other one, even though I killed this guy really quickly. And since this will take a while, do we have some donations?
We don't have any donations in at the moment, but I want to let everyone out there know that we are indeed raising money to support Crisis. a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health, and 100% of your donations will be supporting crisis during UKSG Winter 2021.
That was another time where I could have died to it, but thankfully I think I just drove on top of it a little bit.
Yeah, you spooked me there a little.
I spooked myself there a little. Like, I didn't mean
So-
to.
I already mentioned it a bit earlier in the run, but as you can see, this engine in which they built the game is frankly not the best. It is filled with bugs and tiny mistakes, which is great for us runners, but it's not ideal for the casual player. But mind you, a few years later, I think 1 or 2 years later, they released Tomb Raider Anniversary, which was an anniversary edition for, I believe, the 10-year anniversary of Tomb Raider, in which they remade the very first Tomb Raider game. For some reason, they decided to build that on the exact same engine without changing a single bit. So every single bug that you can find in Legend can be found in Anniversary as well. So airwalks, fall damage cancels, the left roll clip onto ledges, it is bonkers.
Yes. It's like literally. At least you don't have the bike segments, okay?
There's no bike segments, but I would like to vouch that Anniversary is like a very, very difficult run compared to Legend.
Yeah, Legend, like if you want to learn the speedrun, which I encourage you to do, like even though the bike segments are kind of meh, it's a really good run. And it's like really easy to learn, like actually really easy. So we have like also like a bunch of amazing runners and people who are ready to like explain every single glitch to you in the Discord. So if you want to join, feel free and go ahead to do so. So careful, what is your favorite part of the Tomb Raider Legend game?
Oof, Tomb Raider Legend.
Yes.
I'm thinking really hard right now. Like my favorite level would probably have to be Japan, oddly enough.
Good choice.
It's just different. I am very used. I mean, I've played Tomb Raider since like the very first game, and Japan was just a breath of just some fresh air, so to say. It
Yes,
just
definitely.
changed stuff up. For you?
I'm always like kind of mixed between Japan, Nepal, and England. Like all of those levels.
Oh
just
yes, England.
have like amazing music, amazing like visuals and storytelling. I feel like.
Now that you mention it, probably I like England more than Japan.
There you go.
Probably just because you visit the entire. I mean, if you play it casually, we're not gonna see it in this run. But if you casually play it, you're visiting the actual tomb of King Arthur, and there's a giant basilisk, and it is really, really impressive and grandiose. So
Yes, it's an amazing moment to be honest.
I was so sad when I first watched this run to see that you basically don't show a whole lot of the England level.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. For England, for example, we just go in and out and that's it. And with that, thankfully, we are over with the bisegments.
And you didn't die.
Yes, and her hair is going crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
That
So here we have another quick time event. Like we have 2 in the run that we unfortunately cannot skip. But thankfully they are really, really short. You were about to say something?
Not really. No.
Okay. Okay.
Not that I know.
Yeah. But now that all of this is done, we are back to airwalking. And I think they were just being really careful that you don't jump on top of the fire. But here's like a huge invisible wall that we just can slide on top of.
Amanda's already inside and the door's sealed.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a swag strat later in this segment. We're just gonna get through this ventilation system that's like really dangerous. But with airwalks, it's kind of fast. Oops. Okay. With airwalks, it's fast and easy. Oh my god. Okay,
So you can,
now we
yeah, there we go.
that happens
So
sometimes.
you can see him line up really close to the edge, and then if you jump and press backward, you just go back far enough to land with one foot on the ledge. So that gives you the stumble animation. Pull out your guns at the same time,
Yep.
and you're airwalking. It's that easy. It's that simple.
Yes, you can try it on your PC or PlayStation if you want to. But I think on PlayStation it's a little bit harder, to be honest.
I think there's a reason why most people run it on PC.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, usually, you, like, if you're good, you can grab this thing before. And now with the swag strat, if you jump at a very specific timing, you can stumble on top of this little metal bar right there and instantly get your airwalk from jumping down there. Which always looks so cool to me, because it's so smooth.
Efficient.
Yes,
German efficiency here.
right here. Yeah. The other thing I did is again roll against the wall, and since the game thinks we are behind the door wall thingy, it opens up the door for us, which was really cool. Also, there was a huge level that we just skipped by walking over that little gap. That's like another part where you actually just backwards roll into something and all of a sudden the game's like, yep, you've done everything, congratulations. And with that, we are at the boss fight of this game, of this area in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, you may recognize this snuggly little critter from a few levels ago.
Yes, it's literally the same guy, which is summoned by of our old friend Amanda, which we don't even properly see in the run.
No, quick story rundown. Monster was in the dungeons in Peru. She used the crystal to contain the monster, and with that crystal she can now command the monster. And
But not control. She can
not
only
control,
release
but
it.
command. Yeah.
I think she can't even like unrelease it, or what's it called? Oh god.
I think she can, but she just doesn't want to.
Oh, that could be.
I mean, she is up there from a window looking at you, so...
Yes. Oh god. Okay, so we actually... Okay. Okay, he was kind of friendly, like that is also RNG. Sometimes he's really angry and keeps attacking you over and over. So you literally need to dodge his attacks. But he was kind of friendly there.
Housekeeping should be fired, or no one's been inside
Okay.
for months.
Another airwalk, and here we also need like a very specific height to not only go lower under this thingy,
Now
but
this
also
is the
over
main
this door right here. Then we're gonna get a little bit of height of this little thingy right here, so we can go over this door as well. And trigger this area right here. Also, grenades
Maybe the
actually
Bronze Saxon
destroy
and Roman
crates,
fascists
if you
for
didn't
Alps
know that.
believe the whole legend was built around.
Okay,
This is where the truth behind the
let's
myth
hope
is supposed
this
to
is
be.
friendly. Okay, like sometimes it
Now
pushes you far
this is
away, but
better.
it was fine.
Not too bad, no.
And with that, we are... Whoa. I'm not good at driving, y'all.
But I'm glad to see you now
We are
thinking of
already at
something
the next or like second last quick time event. But don't miss it, it's really fast, and that's it. That's all there is in this level for some reason. That's a great quick time event right there.
In the speedrun though, in the casual play you have another quick time event on the basilisk slide thingy.
Oh, true, actually.
Yeah.
Another fall damage cancel to grab the ledge, and now also very specific height, so we can backwards roll into this wall and we are out of bounds. We just need to trigger like the next area to load right here. Just go a little bit inbound, go outbound, and we are all the way at the final slide thingy. Slow. I just need to be very careful
certainly
here.
hope so.
Got it. And now something unique is actually happening. Do you want to explain it?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so we quit load. Like the only time we quit load, we got the checkpoint from behind this gate. And now we loaded the same checkpoint. And now the game thinks, wait, you got this checkpoint? That must mean you've done all of England already. And now it literally just puts us at the end of England, and now we can escape. So that's what I meant by going in and out of this level. Just go in there, trigger the end checkpoint, and then we go out again.
Game state in a nutshell.
Yes. I actually tried to get a fairly new glitch, or like not glitch, but way to go here route. I kind of messed it up though, but it's fine. I'm just gonna airwalk over here then.
One part that I really miss in a speedrun from the casual playthrough of this level is the fact that you need to stand on coffins and just use them as boats.
Yes. That's actually something you do. And I think in some of them there are even people in them, which is even weirder.
That's kinda... ew.
Yes.
I never noticed.
Yes, I think they mention it in the communications they do.
I mean, it is a tomb after all, so...
Yeah. Oh wow, he jumped away. Okay. And that's it with England, unfortunately.
Brilliant.
And that's the Excalibur right there, by the way. We're just missing one piece, which is in Nepal right here. Which we don't even pick up, to be honest. We're just gonna skip it. Right here, we start an airwalk, but we need a lot of height to get on top of the mountain. And how do we gain height? By just rolling into walls. So we're gonna do that for a second right here. I guess this would be a time for another donation, a quick one, if we have one.
No further donations at the moment, but I just want to let chat know that if you want to get updates for when our marathons go live and when your favourite runs are coming up, make sure to follow us on Twitter at UKSG Marathon, and if you use the hashtag UKSG Winter 2021, you could be featured on stream.
Something like that.
Nice. So in this airplane right there, there would be the last missing piece, but we're just gonna skip it. So we're gonna do a 4 damage cancel all the way back down here.
That one was perfect.
Yes, that was literally perfect. Yeah, another very big skip, like you don't need to do any of the extra stuff, you just jump down here. And here we're gonna gain height, and then we actually turn around, go in this little corner right here, and you're out of bounds again.
Rotland's
Walls
name.
are optional.
I've been wondering
Very
what the
optional.
ships were.
We just need to trigger like the inbound next area loading thing again. Like, oopsie. Okay, this will be awkward now. I usually... Okay, I just go inbound then, it's fine. Like, this one isn't even that bad because we just need to roll around here. And we would come out here anyways, like, it's literally just 4 seconds or
There's
something
quite
like
enough
that.
of
Sorry.
Yeah, it can be fairly specific, triggering the areas to load in. Well, and not clip back in bounds.
Yes, also something very unique is happening here. So we're gonna get pushed down a little bit. Now we are actually going inbound again by getting pushed upwards. But all of this is not loaded. So we actually need to load it again by jumping into this door. Which will trigger a cutscene, and now all of this is
One
loaded.
thing at a time.
Which also means we can just jump down here and go into the next cutscene, and all of a sudden we have Excalibur.
Waste of time.
Now I suppose it's time to work
Which
out
can
how to
do
lead
this.
monster. And now we know how you
That's kind of what you saw the guy in Japan do, but then times 10.
Yes, exactly. That's actually it. Because like the guy in Japan actually had the very pointy thing of the blade. What's it
The very
called?
tip.
Yeah, it's the tip right there. And we're just gonna load this cutscene, skip it, and we're at Bolivia again. That's the same thing, the same area as in the beginning. But right now we just need to kill those guys because they don't want us to actually fulfill the thing. Which we need the Excalibur for. And since they are really weak against the Excalibur, all of them die with one hit. Oh god. And as you can see, like, sometimes they jump away, sometimes they don't, they throw grenades at you, like, it's a lot of RNG again. Which is followed up by a final boss fight, which is even more RNG than that. So...
Which is our favorite fluffy critter again.
yes. The thing you can do though, which I mean... oh my god, this was perfect. So you can stun lock him. Whenever you hit him, he does this weird animation, and as soon as he comes out of the animation, you can hit him again. So if you literally time it perfectly, you can stun lock him and go over one phase just by doing that. And he has like 4 phases, so time is coming up really shortly. Okay. He can also knock you down from this area, and then you would need to restart the whole fight, which is not really fun. Okay, we're gonna need to hit her one more time, and then we got it. So hopefully we can get a good stun lock right here. Like, I have a little thing I look for, but it's not really consistent. And time in 3, 2, 1. Boop. And that's Tomb Raider Legend for you. Here you can see Amanda, which is controlling the ghost by having this stone right here. And if you want to know what's happening with Excalibur and what we do with it, play the game. If you don't know just yet.
And Underworld for like the continuation of the story.
True, true. So that was Tomb Raider Legend Tomb Raider Legend any percent. A lot of really cool glitches. The airwalk, literally, if you can do the airwalk, you can technically do 80% of the game. So yeah, that's it from me. Keffel, do you have anything more to say?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay, and then thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this game. If you want to pick it up, as I said, come into the Discord. We explain everything perfectly fine. We also have tutorials on the speedrun page, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Thank you so much for that amazing run. It was really great to see Tomb Raider Legend, any percent no bug jump once again. We're going to go to another short intermission. We'll be right back with...